I'm sure a lot of you same as me are asking, where the hell is One Punch Man Season 3? I mean, it's been 8 months since the first teaser has been released and we have absolutely no official additional news on the current status of the production of this anime. Don't get me wrong, I'm personally very optimistic and I believe that Season 3 is going to be much better than Season 2. Remember that the production time of Season 2 was 6 months, but not only did Season 3 surpass it by 2 months going in for the third, it also didn't even drop the official trailer, which means they have more time until they release the first episode. It just seems good that the studio might have understood their mistake from the last time and they're trying to work with better planning and schedule to have a faithful adaptation for this amazing series. I mean, look, logically speaking, Season 2 wasn't as bad as a lot of people paint it to be. People compare it to the masterpiece art of the manga and the extremely high production of Season 1 that very few anime adaptations can rival. Don't get me wrong, Season 2 obviously had major problems, especially with the pacing, artistic choices, animation, and generally adapting the manga story and lore correctly. Like man, how can you not have Garou swing that freaking tree against Silver Fang and Bomb? Animation of Suiryu's fight against Saitama is just downright bad, and how is Garou looking like this? But in the bright side, we've still got Tank Top Master vs Garou beautifully animated, Elder Centipede CG looked good compared to nowadays standards, and Geno standing up insanely fast was nothing short but fire in the anime. So what I'm generally alluding at is, if taking more time means better production, better animation, and generally an overall better season, I'm more than happy to patiently wait even longer than this. I mean, look at the status of Season 2 of Blue Lock. Very sad to see a well-established manga that outsold even One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen in 2023 get such a diabolical, unfair treatment by their studio. Same thing can be said about the infamous Uzumaki anime, something that actually made me appreciate One Punch Man Season 2 more even with its big flaws. At least the characters can move and they don't look weird when they do it. However, others in the community seems to believe that the time they take to produce an anime doesn't necessarily indicate that the production is going well and smooth. Some claim that if the time gap between the announcement and the first trailer is considerably long, it sadly hints at production issues. Others say that the character stills are just some damage control done by the studio to apologize for how long it's taking. These are logical concerns since the announcement or the confirmation of Season 3 was made back in 2022 with the cover that has both Saitama and Garou under a different art than usual, leading people to speculate if there was ever a studio change, only for the first teaser to be posted in 2024, 2 years after the confirmation, and still doesn't have a date for the official release, and confirms that GC staff is still in charge of Season 3's production. The teaser itself is pre-animated, which means at that time they arguably still didn't start working on it. There's also another possibility of having more than 12 episodes, which I highly doubt, but if they are really planning to animate and produce per se more than 20 episodes, then this negates the whole argument of them making more time and basically having a better schedule than Season 2. They produced 12 episodes in 6 months, so even if they take 12 months for this season, having to produce 20 to 24 episodes, it's going to be the same problem, only worse, because Season 3 certainly has more action and fights than Season 2. But I highly doubt they would animate 24 episodes solely because if they do, they'd be surpassing or reaching events of the last volume of the official release, which would be a very bad move business-wise. I've already made an in-depth video speculating how many chapters I think they would cover in this season. If you're interested, you should check it out. So at the end of the day, any type of information at this point could lead us to deduce either good things or bad things from it. Which brings us to the tweet that was posted 2 days ago about a One Punch Man fan by the name of DPDM meeting with Shikashi Kubuta, who is an official character designer, of which he asked him about the status of Season 3's production. I'ma be reading what DPDM said about the whole situation, and major thanks for this contribution to this community. Alright, so he says, he was present to an anime convention in France and I had the chance to meet him. I only had time for a single question. So I asked him, I know you are under professional secrecy, but is there anything you can say about One Punch Man Season 3? Is the production going smoothly? He responded with, I can't really say anything, but there might be some problems. We don't know what kind of problems, but it looks like everything is not going as planned. I'm not an expert, but it might be something normal for a studio to have small internal problems. Have faith in GC staff and the team. DPDM also clarifies more in a Reddit comment saying that his response was really vague. Please take it with a grain of salt. He might not even know what the nature of the problems is. It might just be minor issues that studios usually face during production. Now, this answer would have multiple interpretations obviously. It may have something to do with the passing of Shigeme Ikeda, rest in peace, the art director of One Punch Man, or simply just say we believe what Shikashi has said about not knowing what kind of problems they are facing. He may just have stated his personal opinion about the production not going as planned because it's taking too long. So logically speaking, for us dedicated One Punch Man fans, these kinds of statements, no matter how insignificant they are, leads us to naturally get worried. I mean, the studio has that one record of not doing good regarding One Punch Man, and to hear that the arc that everybody are waiting for to be adapted is facing difficulties is such a letdown. But on the other side, if you really think about it, I'd imagine 90% of anime productions run into some sort of problem or inconvenience. This line of business isn't going to run smoothly all the times. So at the end of the day, this criteria is not concrete to determine that this season is not going to be produced well. Having problems doesn't necessarily mean bad production or bad animation. So don't lose faith just yet and judge the season only when it's out. Now let's talk about the characters' art, the hero visuals. So far we've got 9 characters posted: Saitama, King, Janos, Fubuki, Silver Fang, Tatsumaki, Atomic Samurai, Child Emperor, and Zombie Man. And I'm suspecting Puri Puri Prisoner to be next based on this fan's theory on Reddit. Now the bright side of this is that all of these are illustrated by Ryosuke Shirakawa, best known as a key animator in Violet Evergarden, Love Shinibio, and A Silent Voice. He's also the animation director of Spy X Family and Code White. All of these works are highly respected for their high quality of production and animation in general, something that definitely gives us hope, especially if he is also involved in Season 3's animation. And I gotta say, from my personal view, all of these looks absolutely amazing. It seems like they're trying to revert back to Season 1's art style. I've seen others in the community who say that these don't actually look good, but I feel like the mistake everybody is doing is comparing the anime art to the manga. It's not really fair since the manga is illustrated by one of the best, if not the best artists in the entire industry. So it's really difficult for any anime studio to replicate what Murata can do on top of animating the whole thing. However, when you compare the manga and compare these to the standards anime art, these looks absolutely great. So to end this video, I want to tell you again not to judge the anime until it's out. Based on the teaser, the characters' visuals alongside with the artists, the time they are taking to produce Season 3, hopefully things will just be fine. As always, you guys take good care and see you on another video.